I've learned while I've been working from home during this thing that we're living through. This is not gonna be a motivational video in any way. I have just realized or concreted some things about myself that I just felt like sharing. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share is something that's been really hard for me to accept, but has become more and more apparent. It's that I am not as self-disciplined and self-motivated as I thought. And that's the reality. Like I've always said, like I can talk myself through things. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And I suppose it's true to an extent, but it's not. I'm not as great as I thought. You know, like on my resume, one of the skills that I have there is that I'm self-motivated, I'm disciplined, I'm fast learner, I'm all of these things. Chances are your resume says that too. In which case it's true. But am I? Like I have questioned myself so much during this time, and it's just like, well, I guess I have to do work. Well, maybe I can do that tomorrow. You know, I'll wake up on time. I'll do all these things. Yeah. I'm gonna set my alarm and I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do all these things. It's 7:30. We said we would have woken up early today to work out and get some things done. Let's go. It's 7:30. We got this. First of all, it's 7:30 a.m. Take it down a notch. You're too bubbly. You're doing too much. It's still morning time, okay? You're doing too much. Take it down. We're gonna sleep for another half an hour or maybe an hour because it's still morning time. We have time. It's okay. We got this. We'll just do it later. It's fine. It's fine. That's what you said yesterday and the day before. We don't got this, but okay, do you know, just roll your eyes. It's okay. But maybe I'm being too hard on myself. You know, after all, we are going through a pandemic here. Like, you know, is there any right way to act? I tell myself these things to make me feel better, but the reality is like I have just become far more aware of the fact that I do not have it together. I doubt.
Hey, I thought you were exercising.
Yeah, my jaw, you know. Need to work out that jawline too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And next thing I've realized that is having a routine is easy, but sticking to it is the hard part. So, you know, most of us have these epiphanies when we're lying down in bed right before we start working. Right before we go to bed, we're like, you know, tomorrow I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to work out, I'm going to clean the house, I'm going to do all this work. You know, you're going to move mountains, and you wake up the next morning and your alarm goes off and you're like, maybe I won't. You know, like I'm a person that makes to-do lists all the time. Like if I don't plan that I'm going to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, because my to-do lists are never short. But like I can write down my to-do list until that kingdom come. Will I do it?
What did I accomplish today?
Well, there's always tomorrow.
What time is it? There's so much traffic. Watch this one, you know. Watch that one, yeah. Come out of the road, man.
Not driving to work. Like you guys know what traffic is like in a major city. Like it takes me like an hour and a half some days to get to work. And sitting in traffic is like watching paint dry. except your body feels like you've literally run a marathon because you're just so suck out after it, like exhausting. And not driving to and from work has been so much better on my body. It's like the one positive thing that I can take away from working from home and this thing is that I genuinely don't feel as exhausted as I normally am. This one's dear to me because it's something that I say all the time. And like I always say, I hate it here. Like I went as far as making a cup that says list of things I hate, 1, it, 2, here. Like that's how much I hate it here. You know? But being home makes me realize that I hate it here isn't a physical place, it's a mindset, like it's a mentality. And the reality is that when you sit and dwell on all the things that you hate, it's easy for all the things that you hate to manifest themselves. And like when I realized that, it hit me hard because I always say like, oh my god, I hate driving to work, I hate being here, blah 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 blah. I know work is at home and it's like, oh, but I still hate it. So it's not the place that I hate, it's the work. Is it? Is that what I'm saying? No, but like if I go to bed and I say, oh, work tomorrow, I'm gonna be so tired. Oh my god, I have so many things to do. Jesus, oh, I'm just sick of this. I just need a vacation. Like I'm already at home and I'm still stressed. I wake up and my day follows that trajectory. Like my day says, oh, you want it to be bad? We got you, sweetie. Like if I have a positive attitude towards my day, it tends to be far less stressful. So the next thing I've learned is something that my mother tells me all the time. It's to make hay while the sun shines. And I know this kind of goes against all of the things that I've been saying prior, but you can clearly see that I went through a journey during these 8 weeks. Like, I went from, wow, I can't do this, to, wow, this isn't so bad, to, wow, I have to fix my mindsets. And now I'm at the point where I realize that the things that when your mother be telling you I grow up, trust me, them come full circle. But, you know, sometimes we sit and we put off things to the next day, and we put off things to the next day, and we never end up getting anything done. You know what I mean? You have to make the most of what you have in the moment that you have it, because you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know. And that takes me to my last point, which is to save for a rainy day, because when it rains, it pours. And I mean save here, not just monetarily, but in every aspect. Like, who thought we would have lived in a pandemic? Who thought we would have lived through a pandemic? Who thought that you wouldn't see your co-worker or your family member ever again because chances are in good health or doing okay because something happened? Like, you just never know what twists and turns life will bring. So you really just have to try and be prepared for whatever that is. You know, like, you consider, oh, you save for a rainy day, like actual savings, and you're like, but it's never going to happen. You spend the money, here's a rainy day now. It's going to happen. Alright guys, we've reached the end of this video. Those are all the things that I've learned through being in quarantine. Most of these things were things that you probably knew already, but when you are in a situation to live it, it's different, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to share these things, you know, maybe you can benefit from it in some way. But let me know what quarantine has taught you, if anything. And if you've literally learned nothing during this time, that's okay too. You know what I mean? We're all dealing with things the best way we know how to. And don't feel pressured or compelled to come out of this wiser, or don't pressure yourself. You know what I mean? We're all dealing with things the best way that we can. So be sure to let me know in the comments anything that you've learned. If you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, subscribe now. We're trying to get to 10,000. Let me know if you like the content that we've been putting out. I have been trying to create some level of balance and trying to still create content for you guys. So let me know if you like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.